connecting to the internet. For more info, check the home app.
All right, what up, what up, what up? Sorry about that. Alrighty. So this game is Gomorrah, and give me 1 second here. Let me pull up all the details of it here. I'm gonna go over some of the settings. This is my first time playing it. Now I was giving the Steam code from the publisher for this game. The thumbnail does have a typo. You notice that it says Gomorrah without the H, and then the title has an H. So these developers are English is not their native language. So there are some, from what I understand, I think there's a few things like misspelled, like as far as the English subtitles and stuff may go. You may see some like misspelled words or whatever. It's a $2.99 game on Steam, so it's $3. It is a story-driven game. Has a really cool like art style. It's based off of a book and TV show, an Italian TV show and book from an author named Robert Saviano. Saviano, few of the features. This is a classic interactive crime drama. Is a branching narrative outcome, so each decision is going to take you down a different path or a unique path. You're going to lead a diverse family. Each clan member, just a mafia type movie, has their own strengths and weaknesses. And you got some different scenarios in here. And then the art design is really cool. You'll see that in the game. It's from a comic artist named Luca Negri. And the publisher, you can find them on Twitter at 34bigthings if you're interested. Again, this is a mobile game, so it is on iPhone as well as Android in the Play Store, and then the iOS App Store for, I believe, the iPad and the iPhone. But I got the Steam version of this. So, like I said, this is, the developers, publisher, whatever, they're Italian, so English not their first language. So we're just gonna ignore any typos and such in the game, because it is what it is. But this is a first impression and just an overview of it. So you can put 4K quality. You have some different languages here: Spanish, English, German or Dutch, French, Italiano, and then English. Resolution or quality, you can put them to high, medium, low. You can go full screen. Like I said, it does go up to 4K. I'm going to leave it where I have it because of the fact that I am streaming right now, and if I change the resolution, it's going to change the resolution on the stream. So let's go back. You can see right here, Gomorrah. It doesn't have the H here, although the title does have the H in it. Again, I don't know if the title of the game is supposed to have the H or not. I did link it. It has the H, but then it doesn't have it here. I don't know because I haven't played the game. But let's watch this, and I'll shut up. Someone pops a bottle amidst the bustle of the party. I look at myself in one of the mirrors in the restaurant. My name is Nina. Today I turn 18. I look at my reflection, all right? And you can see you're going to be a female, male, cracked. It goes, and I realize I am not smiling, and I see a spoiled little beep. All right. I meet Daddy's gaze in the mirror. He is already worried. His princess must smile, always. The only love I have left, he says all the time. He loves me as much as one would love water in the desert. I smiled at him. Sergio Monero, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, is probably the only Camarista happy to have fathered a daughter. Can an evil man be able to smile at his daughter like that? Can he really love someone without thinking of her as an object, like he did with Mom? Could he be able to give up possessions? We'll say, as he did with Mom. You and Mom do. And your imperial marriage striking. Yet you never loved Mama. This I know. She was too beautiful and dumb to notice or care. I am not so lucky. I look for my father in the mirror again, but he no longer looks at me. The first shot fails to make a sound in the festive room. It blows away specks of whipped cream, piercing the cake. When the bullet comes against the mirror, shattering it, it already killed my dad. I fall without even having to think. The automatic guns invade the room, swallowing the screams. I'm on the floor, attacked by everything and reached by nothing. On the floor, I only feel the shards of glass and Daddy's gaze staring at me, but he can't see anything anymore. My name is Nina, and only I survive. Chapter 1, the prologue. Restaurant, mirror, my father. Chapter 2, the girl under the table. Shooting, table, escape. Now, I'll stop right here. You do have some settings up here. You can go back. I'll turn the music up a little bit for dramatic effect. And we will start chapter 2. Again, this is a story-driven game. So if this is not your thing, so be it. It's $2.99. But if you are someone who maybe likes interactive books, or you want something you can kind of decide what happens, this is for you. I like these type of quote-unquote games, if you will. And, to me, they're fun. I don't normally do these like on stream and stuff, but because I'll make a video out of it, I figured, look, I just stream, and then I can clip anything that I want to clip. The girl under the table. This is chapter 1. First one was the dialogue, or the prologue. Start. The choices you make will influence the story, sometimes more than others. Think well before choosing. Okay? You can see Nina. You see the hand. You see it looks like someone maybe possibly helping her get away, or it could be one of the shooters. We don't know yet. The floor is a swamp of blood, shards of glass, and sparkling wine. The gunshots don't stop. It is a massacre. There are screams everywhere, including the music that has kept going. A woman's hand reaches under the table and tries to find me. I grab her. The hand clasps onto mine and pulls me out from under the table. Daddy is dead. She is one of the waitresses. She's about my age and seems to be nervous as hell. Daddy is gone. I let her drag me across the table. Among the bodies, my father is dead. She screamed for Daddy. Darkness. I can no longer remember what happened in the past 15 minutes. I'm at a bus stop, and I have no clue how I got there. I have different clothes on this time. The waitress is still with me. She takes my hand. Stay calm, Nina. I look around. Darkness eats away at the open countryside. The only lights are those of the restaurant, far away. No one has turned off the music there. There is no one alive to do it. If I were able to sense anything now, to understand this final thought, I would throw up. A bus stops in front of us. We get on the bus. Okay. The night bus rumbles along the streets, taking us back to the center of Naples. It's only 2 of us on board. I noticed that the waitress is staring at me. You don't recognize me, right? No. I'm Tanya. We went to elementary school together. My stomach growling. We went to elementary school together. I look at her more closely, dazed. Tanya the Russian? She shakes her head and chuckles. I'm not really Russian. She leans over to me, touching my knee. I recognize At the end of the mission, you will be informed about its progress by receiving an assigned title. This will influence the story and the ending. Mimi still has his party outfit on. He argues with the driver whom he cut off with his scooter. He shows him the gun and he stops. He sees me. We look at each other. We have the same thoughts running in our head. At least you're alive. I finally cry. I run toward Tanya. I throw myself into Mimi's arms. I'm going to throw myself into Mimi's arms. Where the fuck, beep, have you been? Mimi squeezes me tightly, enough to realize there's no need to ask him about my father. I pull away from him only to give Tanya a kiss before getting off. I'm too stunned to find any words other than a thank you. Tanya keeps watching us even after the bus has left, disappearing beyond a curve. I get on Mimi's scooter. I cling on to him, and I feel him tense and stiff. He's afraid. We speed off into the night again. You are relentless. I like the art style. All right. Dad's daughter. Harbor, flowers, new tears. This is the start of chapter 1, part 3. The icy, salty air of the harbor stings my nostrils. I squeeze into Mimi's jacket, but the wind in the shed is fierce. The voices of the young men come to me, out of focus. They are talking to each other, frightened as if they never believed you could die. Dad, but you did. I want to know who did it. Era's voice shakes me from my thoughts. I want to know who did it. You can see the art style here. Like, here's Nina. This is Iara or Laria. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that properly. But you can see they got the goons over here. The family goons. Goombas. I want to know who did it. 6 people standing and staring at Don Sergio Monero's only hair, who has been an adult for less than a day. The truth is that we've all become fatherless this morning. Gennaro's voice hits me. Nina, perhaps it's better if you leave Naples. I'm not moving. Even Santo's voice sounds like a plea. Nina, we have watched you grow up. The silence ends the sentence for him. What is left of my family does not even share my blood. We only share the same tears. I take the biggest and longest breath of my life. I am in charge now. And it is 6, 5 here, and she makes 6. Those of you who want to leave, leave now, I hear myself say. As long as they don't kill all the many arrows, the port remains ours. Again, the salty ice of the wind is the only one speaking in the big shed. I look at Mimi. He smiles. We will need weapons, he says. We will need a miracle, I tell myself quietly. You are bloody. Week 1. Mimi is now staring at me. He takes a deep breath, as if he wants to exhale the whole speech at once. Today's my first and last class here at Gomorrah College. Your allies are your arms, eyes, and mouth in every mission. Every one of them can do different things better than the others. Hover them with the mouse cursor to check them in detail. Okay, so there's a little spelling thing there, but like when you hover over it, every week brings more trouble. Sometimes your thugs will require more than one day to complete missions. As things get rough, so must your thugs. Success always costs resources. Drugs purchase. Remember, 2 hands are not always enough for a job. When you have made your choice and point your finger on someone, Keep the finger pressed a little bit longer. It will help with your decision. It's crucial to choose skilled laborers for every task. Right here, they spell laborers like the European English way, like in U.S. English, American English, whatever you want to refer to it as, North American English. Well, I guess Canadian or in Canada, they probably would use the U. Nothing is free and missions aren't different. If everything works fine, it will be worth it. So here you have choices to make. Success high, and then you click here. That's all for now. We'll finish next week. We've got important things to do now. And when you hover over Gennaro, you can see what his combat, thievery, oratory, toughness, leadership, and loyalty are. And then when you hover over Ilaria, combat, she's not that good, thievery, oratory, toughness, leadership, loyalty. Rafaela, thievery, loyalty, you see what he's good at. Salvatore, oratory and loyalty. Santo, he's good in toughness and in combat. Gennaro is your most loyal, followed by, it looks like Rafaela and Salvatore. For combat, though, yeah, Gennaro looks like, other than oratory, and leadership, so he's more of like your muscle. And then so we're on Monday, and then this is the hustle. So we want to put hustlers right here. So we have oratory, and who was the other one? Yeah, he had 15 and she has 12. Okay, so sometimes when you, and then 8. Yeah, so like the hustle, you want to put your highest hustlers right here. All right, so I'm not going to go through the whole game here on stream. I just wanted to give a first impression and kind of look at it. And we'll do this mission right here, and then I will end this stream. And then you see right here, we purchased the drugs, and then we earned $34. But it looks like maybe a little bit of, we'll see what that is right there in a second. That was a negative effect of 27. Completed one mission. We didn't have to off anybody. Dad's daughter. But yes, you get the idea of what the game is. It is a story-driven game. $2.99. As I mentioned, it is available on Steam. It is available for iPhone and iPad, and it is available for Android. Now, for iPhone, iPad, I'm not sure if it is native to like the iPad or if it's just like an iPhone game that you, enlarge and or make bigger for an iPhone game running on an iPad essentially. I don't know, because I do have an iPhone and I do have an iPad, but I don't play games on my mobile devices. I don't even hardly have any apps on them other than like YouTube, Twitch, and like Twitter. That's about it. But that's it right there. Let me know what you think of Gomorrah. As I mentioned, it does have the H on the end, even though you will see it like misspelled without the H. In the Steam store, it is with the H, but the thumbnail art, it's without it. $2.99. Link for the game is in the description. If you like this type of like story-driven, decision-based like game, if you want something like a kind of like an interactive book, then this is for you. I do like these type of games. It is an indie game, but I do like these type of games. I play a lot of them, whether on Steam or just like in the browser or whatnot. They're basically something I do on, like, say if it's in the browser, I'll do it on like lay in bed with my Chromebook, and there's a ton of different sites where you can find these type of games online. There's a ton of them in the Android store, and you can play it on the Chromebook as well. So that's the video. I'm out. Peace.